So where do you start with that one for Newcastle United? A 5-1 victory today, stunning 5-1 victory over Aston Villa on a day when it probably could have been even more. And anyone who had any doubts about this game were quickly put at ease, especially with the team sheet. We looked at that. Many thought it was a surprise that Elliot Anderson, who Howe himself had hailed as the star of the season, was left off the team sheet, didn't start, and Tonali got the nod. Now for me, I've seen every Newcastle game this pre-season, and Tonali actually, he was steady, but he wasn't the sparkling midfielder which we've seen today. So maybe he was keeping that one in reserve for the Premier League, the real stuff, and that's what counts. Got off to a great start with an unbelievable finish, an acrobatic finish. I'm pretty sure the greats, Alan Shearer, would have been proud of that one, the way he finished that one off. And it just set the tone on a day where, I mean, this stadium didn't need it in a way, but it got exactly what was required. And Newcastle really, after that, never looked back too much. Okay, Aston Villa equalised, got back in it at 1-1. But I think when you look at this from a distance, when the nerves settle down and stuff like that, you'll see what an unbelievable performance this was. 4 goals without reply after that. The second goal was all about Tonali again, picking up a short free kick and sweeping the ball in for Botman to just roll it across the face of goal, and Newcastle go 2-1 up through Isaac, which for me was full value even though they'd been pegged back. But I think really when Eddie Howe looks back on the second half, that will please him. Newcastle were never going to sit and absorb any pressure. They wanted to go out and put on a show for the fans. That's exactly what they did. Gordon playing in Isaac, who just lifted the ball over the goalkeeper, and 3-1, it was party time at that stage. And after that, you just wondered how many goals Newcastle were going to win with. Now, Eddie Howe is not known for sitting back and defending leads or absorbing pressure, as I've touched on. He was always going to go for more goals, and he turned the subs bench and brought on the number 9 top scorer last season with 18 goals, Callum Wilson, and Harvey Barnes, who another one unlucky to be left off the team sheet. But both of them linked up really well. Wilson getting the 4th to put the lid on the win in a way, but Barnes wasn't content with 4-1 and got in on the act himself. So look, Newcastle go top of the league. You can't get carried away after one game, but look, it's been a long time since you've had starts to the season like this. Newcastle fans will enjoy this win, but they'll go to Man City with no fear, and we've never really said that for a while. Yeah, we know Man City, the European champions, but Newcastle have got nothing to fear going there. If they go there and they execute the game plan Eddie Howe puts on for them, then they've got every chance of getting something from the game. And I think that's pretty much where Newcastle will be going into the next couple of games. It's against Man City and Liverpool, yes, the 2 teams that probably will be fighting it for the title. But look, Newcastle got no fear. They've got the players now, they've got the squad now, they've got the in-depth ability to make changes when they need to. You look at last season, Eddie Howe didn't really have that, and he's pretty much close to the 2-11s that he's spoken about on many occasions. So there's no qualms on that score. I think today was important to get those 3 points on the board. It can't be underestimated, because at the end of the day, had Newcastle not picked up the win today, the pressure would have really been on. So they've set the tone for the season. The players will look back on this one. They've done the jobs, but it's only one game, and after this they'll start preparing for Man City. So they'll enjoy it tonight, but they know there's going to be tougher opposition to come, but there should be no fear, as I say. And when you look at where Newcastle were 12 months ago, they were more than capable, but I think that extra layer of quality is now what we're all seeing It's going to be really interesting to see what the team sheet is next week. Will he tweak it again? He already hinted about that in his press conference, saying he wants hungry players. And look, the window isn't even shut yet, so there might be more competition with places coming in. Overall, today, you've got to give them 10 out of 10 for it, really. Tonali was my man of the match. There was 4 players who got a 9, so have a look at those ratings, see if you agree with them. But for me, there was only one man who was going to walk away with the Star Man award, and it was Tonali, just because of the audacity to go and have that debut and really get that goal so early. Sorry I was put off a little bit there, because he's just below me now. He's enjoying the moment with his family. Now the stadium is pretty much shut for business. But Tonali man of the match today, but plenty of good performances.